From the weather team you can trust, here's Chief Meteorologist Eric Sneidel.
I mean, if you want to be fair with this, we're only a couple of weeks away from the start of meteorological spring, so, it is baby steps as we start moving forward. This is interesting, I guess is the word to call this. We still have freezing rain that is falling off to the west of Rochester. In fact, that is some heavy freezing rain that is falling right now near Highmark Stadium as thunderstorms of all things continue to push their way on through. Now, usually when I show you a map like this after I've told you there are thunderstorms, you don't associate it with numbers like this. It's 30 in Rochester, 31 in Buffalo. You don't get thunderstorms very often like this, but you do when you go up a few thousand feet and the air temperature up there is warmer, and that is what is driving a few of these thunderstorms. This is something quite rare. This is what we would call thunder ice. We have heard of thunder snow, but that's freezing rain that is accompanying a lot of the heavier downpours with a fair amount of lightning with this. I want to acknowledge, though, most of the fresh lightning strikes, and there is a difference between the two, fresh lightning in white, older lightning in yellow. This helps me differentiate what is still happening that is active versus which parts of these thunderstorms might be collapsing and weakening. And the instability, which is already limited, is getting shunted farther and farther off to the south. So I think a lot of the fresh lightning you're going to see diving more toward the Pennsylvania border. Older lightning with these decaying downpours from there. Still over 100 strikes of lightning out of western New York alone with this, and that's heavy freezing rain that is falling in the Buffalo metro. Oddly enough, they barely got any freezing rain before this today. Also, oddly enough, most of the freezing rain that we got today was north of the Thruway versus right now where a lot of this seems to be favoring the folks that were spared earlier. Live shots from Batavia right now along 90. A lot of glaze on the camera there, and there is more freezing rain falling there. The fingers of some additional light freezing rain getting ready to percolate into western Monroe County from Riga toward Leroy, farther off to the south, crossing through 390, getting into Livingston County. So everybody here will probably expect maybe about 1/10 of an inch of a glaze of ice as these downpours push east. But the way this is moving, I think most of us north of the Thruway probably get spared from this batch, and you probably get spared some of the thunder and lightning in there too. But it's just wild that we're even having this conversation. It's out of here after 2 or 3 in the morning. By daybreak tomorrow morning, we're going to wait out the temperatures until they get above freezing. There could still be some icy travel out there on untreated roads, but we get to at least 40 tomorrow afternoon, and that's going to ease the burden of any slippery travel. Another slug of moisture is set to come in late Thursday night. That one too features some marginally cold air, but this go around, the funneling from that Arctic high is not the same. So I'm thinking this is mainly just going to be a cold rain into Thursday night. Later Friday, as the chill wraps around, we should transition to a rain-snow mix. But, by that point, I don't think it's going to be that much of a big deal around here. Into the weekend, a lot of meteorologists are going to be watching the potential for a nor'easter. I mean, we're going to be watching it, but I don't really see much of a pathway that we would be affected by that outside of just a colder weekend and even colder still into early next week.